Everybody conga. Tunga, tunga, tunga. Everybody party, party.
I told you, Jen, this movie's wild. Where's the party, sweet thing?
Stay tuned to 09. Ooh, stay tuned to 09.
It's casual.
What's going on, everyone? My name's Henry from Ahead of the Curve 94. Thank you so much for tuning in to this very minimalistic review that we have today. Quickly, let's just address it. I do not have power at the time of this recording. For some reason, it went out in the middle of the day. Don't know why. I decided, fuck that shit. I'm in the mood to record still. Let's do it. Normally, the place is a little more exciting. Normally, this TV is on, the sign, studio lights, all that shit. Yes, it looks completely different on a normal day. But you know what, people? We're here to review Boat Trip, unrated. This is not one of those movies that deserves all of me. It damn sure doesn't deserve to drive up the electric bill. So you know what? Here we are on some random ass afternoon at about 2:30 p.m. Let's record. And lastly, before we play our dope ass intro, let me just say one more thing. Happy Pride Month.
Y'all come see the shit show?
All aboard the Titanic. All aboard. Come one, come all. A lot, if you know what I mean. Normally, this is the point in the review where I would read the Wikipedia article, the plot synopsis, but no Wi-Fi, no power. Boat Trip is the outrageous comedy featuring Cuba Gooding Jr. and Horatio Sands on an adventurous cruise they'll never forget. After his girlfriend, Vivica A. Fox, turns down his marriage proposal, Jerry, Cuba Gooding, sets sail on a cruise that will have you rolling with laughter. That sure as shit does not cover the plot synopsis at all. At most, it covers the intro. Okay, yeah, so Cuba Gooding Jr., some goofy ass weird dude, has this nice ass apartment. Whenever he's alone, he's getting wacky and weird, dancing and just playing with his dog. Already, we're starting with the weird shit. I mean, this feels like a early 2000s Disney dad film. The fuck is this? I have never watched this DVD until yesterday when I popped it in for the review. Normally, I would play the DVD for the review. We'd play like the bonus features or whatever. This is one of those films where this was never going to be an option. If you have the unrated version like I do, the DVD menu is just 2 minutes of 3 women showing their titties. Great looking menu, I gotta say. But it's just 2 minutes of them talking about shit. Just camera on, titties out. That is it. Yeah, not bad, I gotta say. But YouTube, TikTok, all that shit, they'd kill me. Let's just be real. So because I wasn't going to use the disc for the review, I put in the goddamn Titanic disc. And then, what do you know, power went out anyway, so good thing I don't want to watch this today. By the way, check out the review for that one. Alright, people, so now that we read the plot synopsis and we went over a little bit of personal backstory related to this film and the current situation in the studios, now we can dive into this son of a bitch. I've already acknowledged that this motherfucker, Jerry, is a goddamn weirdo. How in the fuck does this dude pull Vivica A. Fox? Not Vivica A. Fox, I'm sorry. Prime Vivica A. Fox. Holy shit, dude. How? This corny ass dude? Come on, man. Ain't no way. His hopeless romantic ass decides, let's take her up on this romantic hot air balloon trip with no operator in sight. I mean, I didn't know they did this. I guess it's good that you're going up because, God be with you. Seriously though, why are they alone? You would not trust random ass civilians to properly land this son of a bitch, let alone take off. During the middle of his proposal, His ass pukes all over her and then gets surprised when she says no. Dude, the signs were there. And you know what? Even if they weren't, the moment her titties are covered in puke, you might want to hold off on this shit.
Ask. Communicate.
Could you just spit it out?
Oh, I'm sorry, baby. I didn't mean it. Will you marry me?
No.
Oh, thank you. You made me the happiest man. What?
Okay, so now we've met Jerry. We've met Felicia. Let's meet Nick, played by Horatio Sands. This motherfucker, remember at one point, maybe in the 90s, early 2000s, when sexual assault was funny? Me either. This son of a bitch is a maintenance man at some random ass massage parlor. Honestly, it's sketchy as hell because there's no security, no systems in place. This motherfucker walks in to repair, I don't know, a leaky toilet or some shit, whatever the fuck.
Thanks for fitting me in today, Daniel. I'm so tight.
Walks in on a client who's, face down, ass up, ready for a massage. This dude comes in, starts getting touchy-feely, and we're supposed to root for him? This is his goddamn intro, and he is full-on committing assault here. I'm not rooting for this guy. It's weird that we've evolved so much when it comes to comedy now, because, all Nick wants is some ass and horrible 2000s unlicensed hip-hop. Play a goddamn clip of this shit. Get on down. Get on down. What the fuck is this shit? What is this? I've already proved that this man is a loose cannon with his intro. Needless to say, he gets into an argument with a complete stranger. This stranger turns out to be a goddamn travel agent at the agency that these two dumbasses are already going to. Small world. Next thing you know, fucking Will Ferrell shows up for a 2-minute cameo. He will not tolerate Nick and Jerry fucking with his man. So you know what? Instead of sending these two horny bastards on this cruise where they'd be outnumbered by, I don't know, the ratio of women to men, long story short, they were trying to score, right? That's the whole point of the cruise. Will Ferrell says, fuck that noise. I'm putting you on a gay cruise. The Guy-tanic, if you will. That's how you get back at these motherfuckers. Not that I condone this fucking gay panic, but these two are fucking morons anyway. Without Will Ferrell's assistance, they probably would have fucked it over one way or another. Even approaching the ship, there are so many signs that they are clearly not paying attention to. Everywhere you look, it's gay this, gay that, men holding hands, kissing, dominatrix suits. I mean, there's no women in sight, dudes. Come on. And get this, people. This is one of those movies that properly portrays the gays. I say that as a man who has a boyfriend, by the way. I've lived with him the last almost 5 years of my life, so very important to me. But this movie properly portrays us men who likes men. All we think about is fucking. Every single dude you meet in this movie is hornier than the goddamn last. Insert Roger Moore. Fucking James Bond? Secretly, I'm be real, this motherfucker is one of the MVPs of the entire thing, okay? Every time he's on screen, he's having a ball. I'm glued. Matter of fact, Roger Moore is the one who breaks the news to the two that they're on a gay cruise. I did not mean for that to rhyme. Needless to say, once the news is broken, it doesn't go over too well. These two are ready to unalive themselves at this point. Shit, Jerry just falls over and freezes while Nick drags him across deck yelling, "We're straight! We're straight!"
I wonder how many other people made the same mistake I did. No! Shit! Jerry! Don't worry, buddy. I'm bringing you back home. I'm gonna get you out of here.
It's okay Let's try that again, okay? You know, leave this shit in. It's okay if this happened in real life. Let's say a bunch of straight men were booked on a gay cruise. Don't panic. Not everyone's there. Not everyone is there to fuck you. Relax. You could just have fun on the cruise itself. You know, you're on the water, enjoy the sights. I don't fucking know. Like, just try to make the best of it. Don't do what these motherfuckers do, please. I say that because later on, Nick, for example, in his panic, uses a flare gun in the middle of the night, sees a helicopter, and shoots that son of a bitch down. Of course, it wasn't his intention to, kill everyone on board, but he was trying to get the fuck out, and so he just endangered all these lives. Remember that whenever you're stuck on a gay cruise, random person that this relates to. I've never been on a cruise in my life. I don't plan on ever going, so I ain't really got to worry about it. Also, I might fit in with that crowd, so. Nick, for example, he claims to be super straight, right? Why the fuck are you wearing that shirt then, bub? What's going on there? It's awfully colorful. That's all I'm gonna say. Get this, people. Now these two dumb son of a bitches are turning on one another. That's when the goddamn next door neighbor, Hector, randomly just walks in their room. Like, lock that goddamn door. There's no way that door would just be unlocked, okay? This motherfucker just walks in like goddamn Kramer or some shit. Like, who the fuck are you? Insert Hector. And I'm gonna tell you right now, with this dude, I needed subtitles. I am sorry, people. That accent was too thick.
Oh, I don't know the words. Oh, you want to convince people that you are gay and you don't know the words to I Will Survive.
Needless to say, this movie is not doing our people too well right now. We're struggling. Anyway, Jerry gets drunk, ends up by the pool for some odd reason, and get this, everyone's cleared out. Even the bartender. First of all, fire that son of a bitch. Jerry's dumbass falls into the pool, and what happens next? The only woman aboard hops in and saves his goddamn life. Who's the woman? Rosalind Sanchez. Prime Rosalind Sanchez. Jesus, man. You know where we're going with this, right? Once again, this corny ass nigga is getting these badass babes. Holy shit. She dives in the pool like it's nothing. Comes out, her hair's all dry and curly. Like, whew, who are you? And if I'm not mistaken, people, I think this is right around the time when Nick shoots down the helicopter with the flare gun. Yeah, I alluded to it earlier, but let's just get to it right now. That helicopter is loaded with, if I'm not mistaken, 12 models, Swedish models, who are on their way to some tanning competition. Pardon this interruption, people. We've been granted the gift of power. Electricity. Let's just get ahead of it right now, people. That helicopter was full of hot, gorgeous Swedish models who are on their way to some tanning competition. Apparently, they don't have a pilot. Just like that hot air balloon, there's no personnel outside of the hot women. Oh, wait, hold on. Lin Shaye as coach. All right, let's just be real. Outside of Roger Moore, Lin Shaye's definitely one of the other MVPs. Hands down. There's a scene with her and a goddamn baseball bat. Let's just say that this scene, it stuck out to me as a young man watching this. Very impressive stuff. Trust me when I say this, people. Almost immediately, Inga, the main one of the Swedish models, I believe she's the only one with the name at least. Trust me when I say this, out of nowhere, she just decides, yes, Nick, I'll sleep with you. Okay, where's this coming from? Of course, this happens in a scene where she's alone at the bar, seductively eating an ice cream cone, just right in Nick's face, and he's just, glued to whatever she does. It's like, all right, man, I get it. At least he admits to her that he's not gay, that he's secretly straight. That sort of clears things out. Once we get into Gabriella and Jerry's romantic relationship, it's gonna get a little weird considering the fact that she thinks he and Nick are currently together. So she's a homewrecker. But anyway, Inga and Nick, they set up a little rendezvous for later. Yeah, okay. Hilariousness ensues. Get this, people. While she's waiting for Nick in bed, looking all sexy and hot, the coach walks in and catches her. And get this, people, she starts getting all handsy, grabbing her ass and fat shaming her out the room. Okay, clearly coach is here for the view and the benefits. Let's just be real. This woman is not just straight. There's no way around it, okay? But get this, people. Nick doesn't know that Inga was kicked out the room. So the coach hops in the bed, goes to sleep as you would. Later on that night, Nick creeps on in, does a little mouth to south on her, and quickly realize he made a huge mistake. The coach is into it. For this video, I meant to look up the directors and the writers behind this piece of shit because there's really just no way in hell that these people didn't come from shooting porno. This is definitely one of those stepping stone films when one leaves the porno industry and tries to go legit, if you will, into Hollywood. This is definitely one of those, okay? Because out of nowhere, on the unrated edition at least, out of nowhere, a bunch of the hot-ass models get naked, start doing aerobics and jumping jacks and shit. Like, yeah, look, I love titties and all, but what are we doing here? What does this have to do with the gay cruise that we're on? Nothing. It's just so that the straight guys watching it won't feel too uncomfortable. You know, we can't have that.
Smoke and sturgeon. Coach's pussy just blew up. That's good for me. Yeah.
This film involves a lot of dance scenes, right? So Gabriella's a dance instructor. That's her whole reason for being on the cruise. So at one point you get like a little 5 or 10 minute scene where they're doing their practice and, you know, just going over the choreography. It's okay, I didn't mind it. But the second dance scene almost immediately follows, and this is just glorified sex scene on the dance floor, okay? Gabriella and Jerry, don't care what they say, those two are on a date with the intention to fuck. I mean, Rosalind Sanchez was looking so goddamn beautiful on that dance floor. I get it, dude. But shit. And they're playing like the worst version of that horrible 2000s softcore porno music. You know, if you had Cinemax in like the year 07 or some shit, you might know what I'm talking about. Sorry if you're watching this, Mom. Shit like The Best Sex Ever, Hotel Erotica. Yeah, I've seen all that in my day. This is the same music that they play in those shitty softcore videos. While that's happening though, Nick decides he's gonna go play gay poker with the guys. Yes, this is one of those films where no matter what you do on this gay cruise, it has to have the word gay in front of it. You know, let's go to a gay live show. Let's go see a gay movie or whatever. Like, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself, man. Okay, on this cruise in particular, using that rule at least, wouldn't this just be the normal one? It wouldn't be gay anything. You know, poker's just poker. Or in this case, poke him. Hey. Anyway, this is a crucial scene because this leads Nick to, he's having a bit of a crisis. He realizes that he's been a judgmental piece of shit for all of his life, which, yeah, let him soak in that for a while. He kind of needs this. No reason to rush this. Let him experience that because he's clearly got to make up for decades of being a fucking asshole. He ends up getting wasted. And then the next thing you know, he ends up in this fucking guy's bedroom. The two share a drink, and then next thing you know, Nick wakes up and he's missing a layer of clothing, and he's cuddled up to this guy, who, by the way, was also in The Ringer. Put the thumbnail up, goddammit. Yeah, that's right. Thank you, editor. Check out that video if you haven't seen it. But I mentioned this actor and I mentioned this movie, Boat Trip, in that video. So this is kind of coming full circle. But that guy is also in another movie that just simply reviewing it could get me canceled. And while we're at it, I want to explain why I'm wearing the wig. Okay, both of those movies are about people who are pretending to be something that they are not. So for this video, I have luscious curls and I'm not bald. God damn it. Cut. Now, Nick is freaking out, okay? He's got to rearrange his entire life, essentially, okay? He just realized he is gay. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. He doesn't like women anymore. He's gay. Because for some reason, he can't dip his toe in all the pools. It's only one at a time. Okay. I mean, nothing to do with me. Mom, please mute this. Some days I like to eat sausage. Some days I like to eat taco. I don't want to picture my mom hearing me say that, though. Before we can resolve this plot line, we check in on Vivica A. Fox. She misses Jerry. Let's go get his ass. So the boat docks, which for some reason, I don't know why it does, but hey, whatever.
Bitch.
Felicia boards, doesn't realize the fact that it's a gay cruise, so she's just as oblivious as Nick and Jerry. Jerry and Gabriella, they sealed the deal here. Let's just be real, okay? No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Their tension comes to a head, and you know, let's just be real. They fuck against a goddamn orange tree, okay? Funny enough, you know, you pan up, you see the tree shaking, oranges falling and shit. I thought that was funny enough. Never mind the fact that he's technically cheating, or at least in her eyes he is. Never mind that. I thought that was funny. Ha ha, oranges falling down. But no, this movie couldn't stop there. Next thing you know, it pans out, pulls back a little bit. These two humans are just in a tall ass pile of oranges that is magically standing up straight with them. Like, you had me. Why did you have to keep going? Like, know when to quit. This is about when Nick gets the big bad news. Guess what, people? He and the homie did not have sex. All they did was sleep in the same bed. So hey, Nick, now you're gonna be A-okay, bud. Go get your hot ass blonde supermodel girlfriend. And that's exactly what he does, because his ass takes off on foot, and that's the last we see of him for a little while. He'll come back though, don't worry. For now, we're in the third act, people. Felicia's on board. She runs into Gabriella in a goddamn elevator. Yeah, small world, isn't it? These two even talk about Jerry. Of course, they don't know that they're talking about Jerry, but hey, once again, small world. It's time, people. Gabriella's been building up to this huge show. It's unfortunate for her because her main star cannot attend the show for whatever reason. Maybe they get injured. I forgot. Doesn't matter, because guess what's happening? Yeah, people, come on. Take a guess. All right, Jerry's dumbass is gonna fill the slot. Of course he is, because that motherfucker is pussy whipped. Can't say I blame him, of course, that lucky son of a bitch. Next thing you know, this motherfucker is just full on peacock in a drag show, and I'm gonna be real, people. I've never looked at Cuba Gooding Jr. like this, and still haven't looked at him like this to this day. But in this scene, I was like, hey, Cuba, what's up? Hey, I mean, look, at first he was off with the choreography, but quickly this motherfucker just snaps in and he just falls in line, essentially, just takes over. And I gotta be real,
was talking to him.
This is the one cruise in the world where you don't want to say that shit. But luckily for her, those people are really goddamn respectful. They let Jerry and Felicia talk it out. Of course, he admits to everything. And while he's doing that, Gabrielle's right fucking behind him. He even calls out the fucking cliche, she's right behind me, isn't she? Shut the fuck up, dude. Yes, Gabrielle is pissed, and I don't fucking blame her. So she punches his ass, and he ends up in the pool, which is a running gag with this movie. I don't know if maybe the brother can't swim. I don't know if that was the stereotype. What the fuck? It's never explained, but this happens again. Next fucking scene, hard cut. Nick and Felicia, Jerry and Felicia are taking pictures on their wedding day. Man, just hard cut too. And he's trying to act like he's happy. But we all know the goddamn truth. He's miserable. So much so that, I mean, at one point before the vows even take place, him and Nick are on a fucking rooftop smoking a J, just vibing. I get it. All this goddamn gay panic is insane. Even at the wedding, Felicia's dad is giving Jerry a hard time because of course he knows about all the shenanigans on the cruise. She just couldn't let Jerry have any dignity at all. Hey, the dad comes out with my favorite quote in the entire movie. He calls the boat trip the Guy-tanic, and that's where I got it from. I don't care who you are, where you're from, in my opinion, just my opinion, that is a hilarious fucking joke. Jerry gets cold feet and more wacky adventures ensue. He and Nick fuck off. Nick tells Jerry that he knows a guy with a plane. Would you like to guess who that guy with the plane would be? Come on now. Come on, take a guess. Yeah, you goddamn right. James fucking Bond. Roger Moore comes back out of nowhere and steals the goddamn spotlight. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with skydiving, for example, obviously you have to have someone with you at all times. So there's someone directly behind you who handles everything. You're just there to have fun or piss your pants, whatever. You're there for the experience. They're there for your safety. So you have this person hitched to the back of your ass, and this is a goddamn gay movie. Where do you think we're going with this? Yes, at some point, Roger Moore's dick's gotta get hard, and he's gotta make sure he tells everyone. But also, before he jumps out of the plane, I laughed my ass off because he declares himself a badass motherfucker. And that's a direct quote. He didn't say motherfucker.
I've seen action in 5 different theaters of war. I've made over 490 drops, 23 over hostile territory. I am what you colonials might call a badass motherfucker, who also happens to be an expert in the delicate art of Japanese flower arranging.
Nick stays on the plane while those two jump out. Gabriella, once again, teaching dance on a cruise. But get this, people. This time, she's on a lesbian cruise, only for women. I'll admit, I thought that was also a solid joke. I don't know why the end is getting me when all that other shit just happened. I was just degrading this film. But hey, you know, I'm giving props where it's due. Those two land in the pool because, haha, running gag. And Gabriella, of course, she takes Jerry in. At the end of the day, we know where this is gonna end. Just like I talked about in my video for The Ringer, I was talking about how this person does this huge lie that affects a lot of people around him. And then in the end, he gets to just walk away with the girl. It's like, no, fuck you. That's not how this shit works. Hey, you know, this is one of those movies where we can't end it on a sour note. Those two end up together. You know, Jerry's got the girl of his dreams. And let's check in on Nick, who's currently after the woman of his dreams. He arrives at some random ass cabin in the goddamn Swiss Alps. He mentions once he gets here that he traveled far, and I'm assuming he meant years, not miles, because these people, I mean, this looks like we were in the goddamn 1700s. This looks like the goddamn cabin from Hateful Eight or something. I'm not kidding, people. I don't mean to be disrespectful. Inga isn't there. Her family tells Nick that she went away for some other competition or whatever. Who cares? Because guess what, people? Nick didn't find Inga, so I guess he'll have to settle for her hot-ass younger sister, who of course wants to be a swimsuit model, just like her goddamn sister. So she walks in the room, just, you know, titties out and goddamn bra and panties, just ready to serve at any given time. I gotta say, it was a funny gag that her bra and panties were made out of like animal fur because they're in the fucking mountains.
And Bridget's coach will be joining us for dinner too.
So of course they gotta get the girl in the end, but before it cuts away, you hear this creepy ass Jaws like music. Insert Lynn fucking Shay, who for some reason is at Inga's family's cabin. Didn't bring Inga with her, so like, what are you doing here? We don't know. What a goddamn adventure this was, okay? I'm gonna be real, going through this review, especially at the beginning of this video when my power was still out. At that point, I was just recording to kill time, and I was worried about my phone dying while recording. It's just all this shit. By the time we got to this point in the review, I had a good time reviewing this movie, but it won't mean that I'm giving it a good review. I just gotta be real. In all honesty, I just simply can't reward this movie, even though there's a few parts that I really liked. There was a few laughs that I had, and then there was that one scene that Hector and Nick had where they had that heart-to-heart. I gotta be real, that actually meant something, at least, and I took something from it. So for those reasons and those reasons alone, this movie, Boat Trip, on the bullshit scale, gets a rating of lowbrow bullshit, okay? This is not a good, bad movie. I cannot declare it that. On my regular scale, I'm gonna give it the regular rating of waste of damn time. Yes, people, you probably expect me to give it the lowest rating possible, which is fuck this movie. If it wasn't for those few moments, best believe this movie would have gotten that rating. But here we are, and I simply cannot deny it. This is the rating I give it. It's still not a recommendation unless you like titties. If you love titties, then buy this DVD and just watch the main menu the entire time. Matter of fact, bear with me here. I'm gonna give you a preview of what you're missing. All right, context, people. For those who are just listening, I currently put in the DVD, and on the TV screen right now is the main menu for Boat Trip. At least the unrated version. Not that you can see it. All right, people, I don't think I have anything more to say on Boat Trip, at least not for now. Help me find other movies that are so offensive they might get me canceled, okay? I've already done The Ringer, now I've done Boat Trip. I'm gonna move on to the minis next, which I'm pointing at it right now. I bought it for $3 at Dollar General. It's Dennis Rodman on a basketball team with a bunch of little people. There's no way it can be offensive, right? Honestly, I'm scared to even open that. I'm scared once I do, it's just gonna fucking blow up. But whatever. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, and help me find some other movies that are similar to those. With that being said, people, I love you all. Thank you so much if you made it this far. Before we cut the lights out and get ready for our next video, thank you from the bottom of my heart. With that being said, cue the outro. Hey, it's me again, the guy from the thing you just watched. Feel free to check out one of the 2 videos on your screen currently speaking. You can't go wrong with either or. Thank you so much. This time it's for real. Deuces.